Well, today is just gonna suck, and I don't think there's any way around that. This morning I'm switching gears a bit because next Monday I have an appointment down in Southern California to get new heavy-duty leaf springs put on the truck, which means before then I need to put on my front suspension, which is going to be a set of Rancho 2.5-inch lift shocks and coils, as well as my new 285 tires and wheels. So very excited to see how this rig transforms this week, but there's a lot of work that has to get done before any of those things that can happen because I bought this truck in Minnesota, which means it is covered in rust. So today I'm going to be scraping, wire brushing, and getting as much of that off as humanly possible. So that way tomorrow when it's all dried out and hopefully the sun is shining again, I'm able to put on a layer of undercoating and start prepping for the shocks and coils.
So you have what we call at least you have an avulsion fracture at the tip of your fibula.
Okay. I mean, as long as I'm not bearing weight on it, I'm not going to go for like a run with my crutches, but like if I'm working in the garage with my dad kind of thing, not bearing weight on a chair, on my butt, and like not using it.
So right now, especially these first couple days, I would definitely just be elevating and icing the heck out of this. And your foot goes down, it's going to blow up.
Okay.
So you're going to feel a lot better if you take care of it over these next 2 weeks.
So we're just leaving now after seeing a specialist about my ankle, which I injured yesterday working on the truck, doing something super silly. I had it up on blocks and was about to pressure wash the underside so I could get it ready for the undercoating and then put the shocks, tires, and wheels on for our appointment on Monday. And unfortunately, the running board and my shoe were both wet. So when I stepped down with my left foot, it slid out from underneath me, and trying to step down with my right foot was not the best idea, it turns out, because I now have a fractured fibia. So the bottom of like the top or the tip of my fibia, it looks like broke off a little piece, and a ligament pulled that off. Unfortunately, I need to be off of it, no weight on it for 2 weeks, and then I get to go back to see if I can put a boot on and get back to full on building. Obviously, I'm gonna still try to get some things done in the meantime, but it will be really difficult. I'm not gonna be able to put in my walls or anything major like that, but I am still gonna try to make that appointment down in Southern California if possible to get my suspension on. So things are definitely going to slow down a little bit, but I'm grateful that it wasn't worse and that it seems like the end is somewhat in sight. She said by mid-January, if everything goes right, I can expect to be back on it and in a regular shoe.
Ice cream.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm having really serious eye contact with that camera right now.
So I think it's safe to say that the next 2 weeks of Vlogmas are going to look a lot different than I originally had planned. But that said, after a couple of days of rest and trying to just get the swelling down, I am going to try to get back at it. First order of business is going to be working on the truck because that is what I can most capably do right now. So later this week, I'm going to get suspension, tires, and wheels put on. Next week, I'm heading down to Southern California to get heavy-duty leaf springs put on the back to carry the camper capably once it's actually finished. And by then, I hope that I am ready to at least be sitting on a stool outside doing some more work on the camper. Obviously, this was not in the plans, but sometimes that's just how it goes. I appreciate you guys being here as always. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.